Lovely Laveau and fam are something else.
God bless
I'm
you.
out here doing the Lord's work,
Sometimes,
generating goodness.
anyway, I love your setup in the back. It looks like you have a very fun home.
Thank you so
What's
much.
those things?
This is my Power Rangers helmet. You
Shout
see,
out to Kimberly.
right? This is my custom made Power Rangers. This is my bag. It's my little purse here. Actually, I got everything over here. I got my fan art from way, way, way back in the day. Uh, got this spawn gimmick here.
Fire.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's dope. Uh, Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Wait a minute. Okay, you ain't
Or
finna pull out no PSX games and call me old type.
yeah, throwback Smallville Luther.
Oh,
Like,
that's
my dude.
fire.
This is my dude right here. I met him a couple years ago.
That nigga wrote you a whole paragraph. I'm telling.
And I was nice. When I tell you I'm personable, and I just start conversations, and he just chilling for a good little minute, and I wanted him to make it out to Cedric because he introduced me to Smallville because I've never seen it before until we got together, and I was hooked. I was like, this is dope.
Good job. Good job, Curtis. He good.
I know, right? Curtis do good. Who
Do
do
a good job.
Yo, what was the last show you binged?
The last what show? Oh, you got to specify now. This is something else.
No. What was the last show that you binge watched?
Oh, the last show. Ooh. I'm binge watching currently One Punch Man. Let's go.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I just got finished with My Hero Academia. So yeah, I'm doing One Punch Man right now. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. What else did we just do?
Bull fam loves One
Does he?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Gesundheit.
I stop.
I hate it here.
Ah!
It don't.
So yeah, I just binged through that.
Did you watch House of the Dragons? I feel like you did. You did.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Favorite
Tasha
character.
stole
I
number
went back and watched Game of Thrones again beforehand, just so I was prepared and in the mindset to see some messed up stuff. Man,
I had never seen Game of Thrones. I had never seen it at all.
Yeah.
And I saw the first episode of House of the Dragon. I said, oh, these Caucasians are crazy. And I sat for 6 days and watched the entire series of
That's
Game of Thrones.
insane. That is an insane binge, by the way.
Do you know how many bracelets I made in that time?
I bet you sitting there working.
I was like,
She said,
that's
"If
a
you
sister?
work it, let me work it."
He fucking his sister.
The things
his
he do for
baby.
love.
I ain't never seen that much love. Damn.
That's
He jumped
It
out
was-
the window. I'm sorry.
It was some nasty stuff. I
was
loved it.
pushed.
Sick.
But it was so good.
It was so.
I never thought a show about incest and dragons could be so entertaining.
Yes.
I might go back and watch it again.
I know. It's so good. I might do it too.
What was your first real job?
Retail.
Yeah. I was demo at the mall. I used to work at demo.
Costco. You know, right now, I got the big money.
Nah, yo, Costco.
They be paying. You got to
retail,
get it.
like that's like
Can't
retail.
get no, yeah.
For your first retail job, that's money. Because I started working when I was 15. So that was at demo at the mall. So,
I mean, 15, I was doing babysitting gigs, but I wouldn't consider that as like real job because you make your own hours, so you do your own thing. But talking like you put your tax information, everybody knows your government name, stuff like that. Yeah, I had that when I turned 18 because you got to be 18 to work there. So, because they sell liquor. So, when I turned, as soon as I got out of high school, turned 18, I started working there. And that's simply because I had schooling, then I was trying to get into wrestling, and then I had just bought my first car. That's when I was hard-headed. I was supposed to buy a used car, but I took like all my savings bonds from a baby up until 18, cashed it out, bought myself a car. I went crazy, put some of that stuff on school. I just went crazy from like 18 to 21.
What was that
And
car?
it was a white Chevy Cavalier Sport. It was brand new. Brand spanking new. 2000 and it was 2005. Sorry. It was a 2005.
Damn.
So
Brand
them,
spanking new.
those, what's the smaller Toyotas? Corollas, Altimas is all cars that they be letting they niggas drive while they at school or work. Did a nigga ever drive that
nobody
car?
drive my stuff.
That's
Nobody couldn't touch my car. My car was a 2-door, and nobody couldn't touch my car. I was so selfish. I barely gave anybody a ride without asking for gas money. Like, I was so selfish with my car. Like, you couldn't. I was happy to show it off to everybody, but I was also selfish at the same time. So it's like you couldn't drive it or you couldn't ride in it unless you had like gas money or whatever like that, or unless like you're a real close family member. And of course, we go in places.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was real selfish with my car.
I
value my shit.
Tasha was like, "Oh, you want to ride where? How much you got on you?"
Exactly.
If you ain't got enough gas to get you there, you can't go.
I mean, back then you could get somewhere. It was $5 enough gas money or not?
Back then.
Oh, I used to fill up my tank by like $15, $20, which is good. But at the same time, it's just the principle of it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not your taxi cab driver. So if you're willing to pay a taxi at the time, because there was no Ubers, so if you're willing to pay a taxi money to get you where you need to go, then you can give me money for gas, and I can get you where you need to go. That's just the logic that I looked at it as. So it's either you want to ride with a close person, or you want to ride with a stranger, and you'll just never know. Stranger danger is out there. So I'm just saying.
Where do y'all put King of the Hill like in animated shows?
Top 5.
It's top 5?
Absolutely.
All right, what's the top 5? Run them.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wait, what?
Top 5 favorite cartoons.
Okay, so I was very late on Bob's Burgers. I started watching it during the pandemic. I am a fan. I even went to go see the movie.
It's top 5?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Bob's
it's all
Burgers.
niggas that do the voice for that show, ain't it?
No.
Bob's Burgers, no. It's all
Like when you say niggas, you mean men or black
Dudes.
folks?
I mean all dudes. My
No.
apologies.
No, there's a girl that does Louise.
yeah.
Oh. Because I be watching, I be like, nah, that's a man's voice. It'd be the little girl talking. She'd be like, hey, listen. I was like, nah, that's a nigga. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, Louise is played by a female.
Yeah.
Who else? Family Guy, of course. South Park. Boondocks. Oh yeah, you cannot leave Boondocks out of that. And how many is that?
4.
That's 4.
That's 4. King of the Hill. Boom.
Yep.
So I'm gonna rock with Boondocks. I'm gonna give you Bobby's World. I'm gonna give you what's the joint? The X-Men from the 90s. The X-Men from the 90s.
That's one with Jubilee, right? The one she had the fireworks.
Yeah.
I guess you gotta go. I'm gonna go 80s Spider-Man. The 80s Spider-Man joint was fire with Firestar and Iceman. And I'm trying to think of a number. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not big into like the I like Family Guy and Simpsons and all that. You know what? I'm gonna go Simpsons just because it's 7 million seasons of that joint.
It is, and they still going.
Yeah, and it's still relevant.
Yeah,
like I think the writer, the creator, I think he's like a Nostradamus or something.
Yeah, he be getting it right. Let me see. Top 5. Gotta put the Boondocks on there. Of course, you know, Bob Burgers, that's my other family. I live at their house. Rocco. I love Rocco.
Oh yeah, Rocco's good.
I love Rocco.
Spunky.
That was almost Snicker's name. Snicker's name was almost Spunky. Who on my wall? Let me see. Of course, King of the Hill. King of the Hill is my number 1. I can watch that. I've watched that entire series like way too many times to count. And
right at the end, reboot it,
Yep.
clear the history, watch it again.
An American Dad. American Dad
is slept on.
sleeper. Yeah, that shit funny. That dad Roger is funny.
Yeah, happy
Everybody
pride.
knew Roger.
Happy.
That's why he froze, because he was about to say some shit. So there's one thing that I really wanted to touch on with you specifically. We kind of touched on it before we got started with the show. Fam is our residential chef, right?
Ooh, yes.
As you can always see him grubbing on a delicious plate of something every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Something Else. So what people don't know about you is that you are an amazing cook, and not just frying something here and there. You're like a culinary artist almost.
Oh, you guys think that? Oh, who said that? Who's telling my secrets?
The group chat conversations. We go to Florida, we go to Renee's house. And I still haven't made it down there, but I'm coming.
Oh, well,
So
yeah, I'll cook for you.
So what is something that, how did you get into cooking, and how did it become like a passion for you? And it seems like that's your love language.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it is my love language, you know, like, but also like when I was younger, you know, it was like kind of, my grandmother had like an old school mindset. So by the age of 4, I was already in the kitchen, you know, watching her, learning how to cook. So my grandmother on my father's side, she's like a Southern, you know, Black lady, but very church going and an English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So she was all about education. She was all about, you know, a woman should be in the kitchen while men could do whatever they please. So because of her, I learned like dishes from her. And then I have an aunt who is a chef. So she always cooked like a lot of like Italian different dishes. And sometimes she'd go to Italy and get like bring back different spices and herbs and stuff. So I was able to pick up some things from her. And then because I have so much of a diverse group of friends, I was able to learn and pick up, you know, different dishes from there. So it could be either Korean food, Filipino food, you know, of course, on my mother's side of the family, they cook Cuban food. So it's very like wherever I go, I'm always learning something. If I like something, I want to learn it. And I want to try to like make it exactly as that, or somewhere around, have my own flavor in it.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to cook for? If you have a large party, you have people, your friends at the house, what's your favorite thing to cook for them?
Oh gosh, my favorite thing? I mean, it depends on what you like, you know, it really depends on what they eat. Cause I love food. I can eat almost anything, but it depends if they have any food allergies or stuff like that. Like the last party I made like a bacon wrap burger roll. So it kind of looked like a meatloaf, but it's not. But it's like you lay out, like, you know, you cook the meat, you lay it out completely, and then you add like, you know, spinach and cheese or whatever, and then you roll it. So as you rolling it up and you roll it really tight, you know, then you put the bacon, lay out the bacon, and then you roll that, and the bacon wraps around it. So you pop it in the oven, let that cook or whatever. So I call it like a bacon wrap burger roll. Instead of like using like the buns, you could eat it like that. Or if you want, you know, when you cut it, it's like a spiral.
Oh, so like a cinnamon roll, but with meat.
Yeah, but it has like the cheese, it has like the spinach, it has like, you know, whatever flavor that you fancy, you know. So yeah, or
when you make that, because I'm assuming you slicing that, and what are you putting with it? Like what's the size on that? Is it just like some fries or something?
Let's just say depending on the size of the party, right? So I could get like 1 pound or 2 pounds of hamburger meat. So I get like a pan, you know, I put the meat on the pan, you know, with the aluminum foil and everything, and I spread it out, right? So then after that, you want to put like the different types of cheese, or you could mix up the cheese, or you could put like, you know, the American cheddar cheese. Then after that, you put the spinach. Then after that, whatever flavor that you like. So as you're doing that, then you start rolling it, you know, so as you're rolling it, the more you're rolling it, you're kind of like at the end, you kind of want to twist it to get it tight enough. So then by that time, you already have like laid out the bacon strips. So then you place that meat onto it and then roll the bacon. You see what I'm saying? So it's like completely wrapped.
What are you making with it? What are you making with it? Like, are you putting string beans with it? Are you putting French fries with it? Homemade fries? Or is it
on the side? Like the side? Like, okay. So usually on the side, I can make like, you know, Like that could be like a dish from right there, or like mashed potatoes and gravy, or you know, you want some fries, I get you some fries. But I also like having like the malt vinegar and salt. So that's actually a really good combination. It's kind of like, I guess, the British style, but I actually became addicted to
What
that
is
style.
that?
Huh?
What is that?
So they call it chips, you know,
Oh,
like,
okay.
you know,
like
but they
warm
use
fries.
like, yeah,
Got it.
but we call it fries, they call it chips. So they get like malt vinegar and they spread on that, and then you spray some salt onto it. So you can have that on the side. Or you have like mashed potatoes and gravy, or you have like, you know, collard greens and ham hocks, or whatever, you know, like I don't know, cornbread, and like 5-layer Big Mac and cheese, or you know, white cheddar mac and cheese, or spicy white cheddar mac and cheese. What do you want? Like,
Oh, she talking that talk. That's what I'm talking about
or
right
you
there.
want
That's
like baked beans or black beans, or like I made like a dip, you know, like for the guys. It's like ground beef, you know, like some ground beef, some like, you know, different type of like regular cheese and pepper jack cheese, you know, put some tomatoes, put some black beans, let it all like melt. I pop in the oven and I let it all melt, and then I stir it up, and then there's your little queso dip there, you know, like.
So do you give a bed too after you finish eating at your house? Like, can we take a nap? Because this sounds like this meal is gonna make me go to sleep.
Yeah, you should like come around like Thanksgiving. Remember like the videos, like my husband took like a video of what everything for Thanksgiving. Like it's on my IG, so you see it from there.
I'm taking a nap. I'm coming over there with a pillow and a blanket and some slippers, and I'm taking a nap.
Like especially like for Thanksgiving, like I love cooking. Like for like a turkey, I make like a garlic butter lemon zest turkey, you know. So I stretch out the skin between, I put the butter, like everything, the mixture in between the skin and the turkey, and let it sit, and then I put the bacon strips on top of it. Because a lot of people, what they do when they make turkey is that the breast gets dry. But if you have the bacon strips on top, it keeps the moisture. So then after that, you take the strips of the bacon off, and you can utilize that strip and like the juices from the turkey, and you can make your own kind of gravy. So the lemon that I have in there and the garlic that I have, you know, no, not the garlic, but the onion that I have in there, I like dice it all up, and I actually make a gravy out of it.
We're not coming to your house no more, fam. We're going to Renee's house. We don't
fair
do that.
enough.
How about that?
Or like everyone, like they like my cornbread, so I make like a butter honey, like, you know, like soft like cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
You doing the sour cream in the cornbread? You put the sour cream in there?
No, I do it my grandmother way.
Okay, fair enough. No. I ain't gonna ask nobody secret. You know what I mean? I know a lot of folks like to, you know, we put that sour cream in to keep it, keep the.
No, how the way I make it stays. How the way I make it stays moist.
Okay.
And it doesn't have the sour cream in it, so.
That's what's up. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna ask too many of your culinary secrets today.
Or if you want, like, you know, like root beer barbecue chicken. There's another, like, I don't know, like.
No, explain that one.
Wait, okay. So you get like, depending on how many people, you get like all the chicken, whatever. So I like to put it in a crock pot because I like to let it like marinate and cook. So I'll let it cook for like 3 hours or whatever. So I have like the brown sugar, the white sugar, the, you know, the can of root beer, you know, the type of barbecue that you so choose. I like stubs, you know, sticky, sweet, sticky stubs, you know, so everyone has their own flavor, and like kind of like mix it together and like add like, you know, a little hickory if I want it like spicy or not, like have a kick to it or not, depending on, or if I want it really, really sweet, more of the brown sugar. So after it's done, it's cooking, then I take it out, I put it in a pan, sprinkle brown sugar on top of it, pop it in the oven for a little bit. There you go.
I mean, she's cooking.
Yeah, no. Yes, absolutely. Joseline, how would you rate yourself as a gift giver? Is where I'm going at right here. Because this is a normal
gift giver.
As a gift giver.
10 out of 10. Okay. We do our 10s over here, nothing less.
That's right.
Like, all right, like for example, you know what I mean? Something you can talk about. Don't jump off no bridges. But
jump. I'm sick of your face. he has this. He be trying to be serious, knowing that he is the most unserious person in the history of Negroes. So he be trying to ask like questions like he a real reporter, like he really gives a damn about like the meat of the question. He really wants you to jump out the fucking
Don't
window.
you never tell nobody I care about meat, okay? Don't you never tell nobody on earth I care about meat. Now, Mr. Ball, back to this gift giving. Like, what is an example of like, I did this. Yeah, I did this. It better not be no socks or ties. Keep going.
That was personal.
It wasn't. I'm married to an amazing gift giver.
I love her.
See, like I like traveling a lot, so like I will like pay for a trip like without him knowing, and then like boom, surprise, pack your shit, we going here, you know, like that's the kind of shit I do, or like because we wrestlers, you know, I try to like pay for like a massage or chiropractor visit, stuff like that, because we gotta take care of our bodies and shit too. So, I like to do shit like that. Like if he wants some clothes, I will, buy him. Like if I go to like the Nike outlet, I'm like, oh, this is something that I'm sure you like, I'll buy that. But like if it's like a gift, we going somewhere. Yeah.
So you a meaningful gift giver. You don't just give stuff that you want him to have. It's stuff that you know that he either needs or something meaningful to him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Blessings.
But he'd be like, oh, it's fine, we could just have sex. And I'm like, okay, like,
and there's the bridge that she's gonna jump off of, because I ain't gonna say too much.
Like, yeah, all right, put them on the dresser now.
Thank you. Take it off. As soon as you get in the hotel room.
Yeah, like we can do other stuff too. Like we're gonna do that, but
he's like, let's go and get this out the way so we know that we're good. Check that off the list and move on. I've always said, if y'all ever decide to put a camera in the room.
He said if we don't get signed, then we're gonna make it OnlyFans.
I fucking win. No, because I've been pushing for this. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this.
Now Freak Mills. The goddamn outro. Yo, tripping.
This is the show. We just talk to niggas about nigga shit. I don't know. That's really it.
Top 5 hood movies. Let's go.
Top 5 hood movies.
Yeah, not in order. I won't say hood movie. They don't have to take place in the hood. Top 5 nigga movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes it harder. I gotta say, what's love got to do with it, because I've seen it like at least 300 times. So I gotta put that in there. Have y'all seen Jackie Brown? I feel like that's the gem. That's one of my favorites.
It's Tarantino. Of course.
Love Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. So that's definitely in there. Dead Presidents. Mm-hmm. What else? Dang, this is hard. Do Temptations count? Y'all be trying to leave the Temptations out.
Temptations is definitely a nigga movie. You know,
y'all be trying to choose 5 heartbeats. Like, oh, that's lame. But
like I'm not gonna allow any 5 heartbeats landed around here. I'm just gonna be honest.
No, because y'all be trying to, like, y'all would literally choose that over the Temptations, and that's crazy.
Well, the amount of, but the amount of time that you have to commit to the Temptations movie. It's like you got to take off work, you got to call your old lady, telling you ain't gonna make it home. Like, you got to do a whole lot of stuff to watch the Temptations movie. But you know what I mean, you and a half, you know what I'm saying? You watch Duck, and you know what I mean, go play Shy Brother and Bazing, and then the movie, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, I love biopics, like even the Jackson 5 biopic, the American Dream. That was like 4 hours, but it was worth it.
Dang right.
Dang,
so you got one more. You got one more.
One more?
Yeah, you got one more.
Oh man. Like of all time, like not just 90s, right?
No. Your favorites. They ain't got to be, you know what I mean? I don't want to put no parameters on it. Just, you know what I mean? Whatever you like.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Oh, you always forget stuff. That's fine. Yeah, you just gotta be okay with it.
I don't know. I be watching older movies too. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the original Superfly in like the 70s, like those blaxploitation movies. Like
Max Julian, yes sir.
Yeah, they were like some real niggas. Like,
Yeah.
My man, he coined the phrase, we can settle this like some gangsters. Some gentlemen. We can settle this like some gentlemen, or we can get some gangster-ish. You know what I'm saying?
It's like they weren't even acting back then. It's like if they had someone that was a crackhead, they was a real crackhead. Like it was like.
Shout out Samuel Jackson.
I'm not doing this no more. This is my last episode of Something Else. I'm officially retiring after tonight. God bless and good night. I'm not doing it no more.
All right, so what's your 5?
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah, man. I won't get busy.
Excuse me.
Okay. Honorable mention, Players Club. But go ahead.
Okay. Black Dynamite. Love that movie. That's my shit. Yeah.
Black Dynamite. I sell drugs to the community. So I can get it, yeah.
The Color Purple. Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood. You know, you gotta say the whole thing.
Say the whole thing.
You got juice chat, nigga. Yeah. I'm gonna put all the Fridays in one movie. I'm gonna just throw it right there. And this was not in order at all. This was just
I wouldn't do that. That's evil because you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You got to think of these. Yo, you make such wild faces.
I can't help it. I be really trying to like.
This is why you be mean.
This is why I be mean and shit.
Yeah, my nigga could.
I'm really.
No, she's obvious. Like she not gonna hold back. She might not say something, but her face.
I be trying to hold back. Like y'all have no idea. I practice in the mirror to not be like expressive. It don't work. Hiatus.
Yo, the way them niggas would switch back and forth between like the patois and then regular English, and this nigga went from Jamaica to Brooklyn in 7 seconds. You know what I mean? And then it was a Chinese nigga in the end in the movie, and I don't know what sort of Asian he was, but the Chinese nigga just popped up with the patois. Cut the music off. Cut everything off. I'm not watching this no more. I was so confused. It messed my whole life.
I don't know what kind of Asian he was, but the Chinese nigga, that was
what kind? So
you know my asthma and stuff be acting up. Stop doing that. Trying to kill me on the camera. That's crazy. Gotta tell my family.
So I'm gonna go with Juice and Menace, right? So Juice, Menace. I'm not gonna go New Jack like a lot of old school niggas would. Juice, Menace. What's the joint? Posse. I'm gonna go Posse.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Posse is Ice-T. And them niggas is I'm sorry.
Were they like Black Cowboys?
Yes, they were Black Cowboys. It was a Mario Van Peebles split.
Okay. That's probably why I haven't seen it, because I don't like Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah, no, it's Daddy better. If you ever see Sweetback's Revenge, it's an amazing movie. Oh my gosh. We're gonna go Coolie High. We're gonna go Coolie High. And Snow on the Bluff.
Okay.
So Snow on the Bluff, right?
I
hate to use this term, so that was a work, right?
So I think some of it was, some of it won't. Because when Cuz robbed the white girl, I was like, oh no, he ain't gonna do that on camera. But when when Yo was cooking with the baby in the room, I think that was product.
No, that was somebody got distributed that.
Yeah. No. That. How does the space and you actually being a mother like interact?
So he used to be in the space with me. He will only go to pay-per-views. He won't. We used to watch together, but you know, he's older. Once he turned like 13, 14, actually 15, he stopped watching, but he will, if I'm watching a pay-per-view and I'm on the couch, he'll come and watch with me. And then he'll be like, oh, this happened. Oh, this, and then it'll jog a conversation. He does know that I'm the wrestling chick. He thinks that it's super funny. He's in college now. And so he's got friends. He met like 2 other cats that are actually going to WrestleMania. So he wants to come to LA with them for that weekend. Nice. But he thinks that it's kind of like, you're older now. Like, are you really So when I told him that you guys were coming and he saw that you guys were the same on the same wavelength with the sneakers and this and the fit, because he mentioned your Air Maxes. He mentioned your Air Maxes.
It was fake.
What's wrong with you?
How long you know me?
I understand why Shawn Michaels did what he did to Marty Jannetty.
Damn it!
Wait,
Not
nigga, did
through
you
the
just call me
glass.
Jannetty?
Yeah.
I don't care about the chick at this point.
Not through the glass.
I don't care about the violence at this point. You know me, buddy. Hey,
Janelle.
It just analogies, my brother. My brother, hey.
God.
Hey.
So
But I get it.
Right. So he has read my articles, and I think it inspired him to write as well. However, I will say I won't take all the credit, because my niece was supposed to be a journalist too. So she wrote a couple of articles in Vogue and stuff, like, so she's been published. So we kind of have that kind of like wavelength a little bit. But in terms of the space, I don't want to say mother. I want to say guide, because I personally feel like I'm not a big name. And even if I were to get quote unquote put on, I'm still Mimi. You know what I mean? That's just something that I'm doing. And I feel like it's very important that the younger crew that's coming up, they're young, and the space can be very, I don't want to
immature
and unsafe, and problematic and predatory a little bit, not necessarily physically, but like creative wise.
It's group.
And especially when it comes to the theme, I feel like, which has been for the past few years, which is women empowerment, it's not exhibited in the space as it should be. And so for me, I feel like it's not my duty. I feel like it's not a duty. It's more of a job. Like I'm supposed to do that. I'm supposed to be out there offering counsel. If somebody comes to me, being positive, being honest, and not filtering. You know, if you're asking me a question, I'm not going to filter. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you the truth, and how you choose to take that, that's on you. But if I see that you've come to me several times and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then I'm not offering my counsel anymore. I'm just not. But I think it's very important that
ask holes.
Yes. But I think it's very important to be in this space, even if I'm not notable. And I'm not looking to be notable. I'm just looking to help somebody be better. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a career content creator. I don't. I love it. The more that I get into it, especially with the TikToks, like I thoroughly enjoy it. And I think that it's helped me cope with my son being away. That's another thing too. It's a source of a coping mechanism, you know? So yeah.
Where see me go in and out, I apologize. There's a crazy storm going on right now, so bear with me.
Fair enough. You look like on the news, they be like Tom would be on location, right? But like the signal be messed up like right now. So it just be that stock picture of Tom.
Right.
Be like, and that's what we got right now. You just sitting there looking real you mean regal and you know
still still.
I'm so sorry.
No, okay. It'll rejudge in a sec.
Right.
Oh shit! Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else, nigga.